You ever held a dream so small it almost slipped through your fingers? So faint it barely whispered, but somehow you felt it. That's how it starts, man. That's always how it starts. People think dreams got a show up like fireworks. Big, loud, flashy, but the truth, most dreams show up like a seed. Small, ordinary, but don't confuse size with power. That seed, it's got forests inside it, skyscrapers, movements, legacy, but only if you plant it. I remember being a young man, standing on the edge of everything I didn't know. I had no roadmap, no guarantee, just a feeling, a tug in my gut that said, there's more for you. And let me tell you something, that's where most people stop. They feel the tug, they feel the nudge, but they look around and say, who am I to dream that big? Let me flip that on you. Who are you not to? Every great thing this world has ever seen, every invention, every song, every building, every movement started with someone holding a fragile, invisible thing in their chest and deciding to water it. That's it, no magic, no shortcut. Just someone saying, this might not look like much now, but I believe in what it can become. See, dreams don't come with instructions. They don't knock on the door with a laminated 5-year plan. They come as questions, as curiosity, as longing. They come in the quiet moments when no one's watching, and they ask, are you brave enough to believe in what you can't see yet? And listen, you don't have to shout your dream to the world right away. You don't have to tweet it, post it, prove it. Just hold it, nurture it, protect it from the cold winds of doubt and fear and other people's opinions, because they will come. But you're not dreaming for them. You're dreaming for the you 5 years from now, the you standing on that stage, the you who finally sees the harvest from that tiny little seed you planted. And don't you dare think your dream's too crazy, too far gone, too late. Some of the greatest stories ever told were born in the shadows by people who had no reason to believe. Except one, they saw something no one else could see yet. That's the seed, that's the beginning. That's where the fire starts. Let me talk to you about something most folks try to avoid. Discomfort. See, we live in a world that worships ease. Everybody wants the shortcut, the smooth road, the guaranteed outcome. But let me tell you the truth. Growth don't live in comfort. It lives in the fire. It lives in the stretch, I've learned. Every time I felt uncomfortable, every time I felt pressure, that was the moment something inside me was trying to break out, not break down. You ever feel that tug in your chest when you're about to step into something new? That voice saying, I don't know if I'm ready. Let me tell you something. Nobody ever feels ready. But growth don't wait for you to feel ready. It waits for you to move anyway. I remember being on set for the first time. Real Hollywood set. Big names, big cameras, big pressure. I didn't know if I belonged, and that fear, that shaking in my bones. That was discomfort, but instead of backing away, I leaned into it. And every time I did, I found a little more of myself on the other side. Discomfort, man. It's not your enemy. It's your personal trainer. It's your sculptor. It's shaping you, building you, making you tougher, sharper, deeper. Now, I'm not talking about pain for pain's sake. I'm talking about that good discomfort. The kind that shows up when you say yes to something that scares you. When you take a role you don't think you're qualified for. When you start a business, speak up in a meeting, apply for that scholarship, go back to school, walk into a room where nobody looks like you. That kind of discomfort, that's the evidence that you're doing something that matters. Comfort zones. They're nice, they're warm, they're safe, but nothing ever grows there. You weren't made to sit in neutral. You were made to climb, to stretch, to evolve. You want to know where the breakthrough happens. It's in the rep you don't feel like doing. It's in the conversation that scares you. It's in the risk you keep talking yourself out of. Because everything you want, everything that has your name on it, is sitting just outside your comfort zone. Discomfort is the door. You just gotta walk through it. Now let me break something down for you real simple, real clear. Faith by itself. That's the dream. That's the vision. But faith without consistency, that's just a wish floating in the air. You can believe in yourself all day long. You can have the biggest dreams, the boldest goals. But if you don't show up for those dreams day after day, rain or shine, they'll stay locked up in your imagination. Faith opens the door. Consistency walks through it. See, everybody loves the highlight reel. The moment the crowd cheers, the trophy, the speech, but most people don't see the grind behind it, the early mornings, the late nights, the days when your body says, stay in bed, but your purpose says, get up. That's where impact is born. Let me tell you what faith looked like for me. It looked like showing up to auditions when I had no guarantee. It looked like rehearsing when no one was watching. It looked like believing in a future version of me when the current version was tired, broke, and wondering, is this even working? Consistency is not sexy, it's not loud, it's not gonna get applause, but it builds something unbreakable, because every time you show up, every time you take one more step forward, you're casting a vote for the person you're becoming. Some days you'll feel on fire, other days you'll feel empty, but you show up anyway, not because it's easy, but because you made a promise to your future. Faith without works is dead, and consistency, that's the work. Think of the great many of them, athletes, artists, innovators. They didn't just have talent, they had rhythm, discipline, they built habits around their faith. They moved even when nobody was clapping. It's like water dripping on a stone. One drop doesn't do much, but over time, that stone starts to change. That's what impact is. It's not one big moment. It's the result of 1,000 small ones stacked on top of each other. So if you believe in that dream, if you really, really believe, then you better match that belief with action. You better move like it's already yours. And you better keep moving when it doesn't feel like it's working. Because one day you'll look back and realize every single consistent step you took in faith, it wasn't wasted. It was building something permanent, something eternal, something that lasts. Let me tell you something real, and I need you to let it land. Failure isn't final. Nah, it might sting, it might humble you, it might knock the wind clean out of your chest. But it ain't the end, it's a part of the journey. Matter of fact, it is the journey. Everybody wants success, but nobody wants the fall. Nobody wants the no, the rejection, the locked door. But what if I told you? Failure isn't a stop sign. It's a detour, it's a teacher. It's the fire that forges your strength. See, we got this lie out here. This perfect path myth. Like if you fail, you messed up the story, but that's not how real life works. Real success is full of scrapes and bruises. It's built on trial, error, correction, and comeback. Let me be real with you. I've failed. I've bombed auditions. I've walked out of rooms thinking I'll never get a call back. I've had plans that looked perfect on paper fall apart right in front of me. But every time I had to ask myself, is this going to define me or refine me? Failure doesn't disqualify you. What disqualifies you is quitting. What disqualifies you is letting that one moment speak louder than the whole story you were meant to write. And listen, failure ain't just about what you didn't do. Sometimes it's about what you needed to learn. Sometimes God will let something fall apart just to show you how to build it better. You ever see a boxer in training, they get knocked down on purpose. Over and over, why? So they can learn how to fall. And more importantly, how to get up. Your dream might knock you flat, good. That's proof you're fighting for something that matters, but don't you lay there. Don't you listen to that voice that says you blew it. No, you learned, you grew. You got clearer, sharper, wiser. See, the difference between the ones who make it and the ones who don't ain't talent. It ain't luck. It's who's willing to fail forward, who's willing to take that L and use it like a ladder. And I promise you this, if you can fail with faith, if you can fall and still look up, still get up, then nothing, and I mean nothing, can stop you. You are not your lowest moment. You are not your biggest mistake. You are the person who decided to keep going when failure said, that's enough. And you said, not yet. Now I need you to really hear this part, because this right here, this is where the fire lives. Dare to dream loud. Not safe, not quiet, not halfway, loud, like the world needs to hear it before it's real. See, too many people walking around with dreams on mute, hiding them under what-ifs, under not yet, under I'm not sure if I'm good enough. You ever see a lion whisper? You ever see thunder tiptoe? Then why you trying to play small with something that was planted in you to change the world? You weren't born to shrink. You weren't designed to dim your own light just so other people feel comfortable in the room. Your dream isn't a burden. It's a blueprint. It's not some random fantasy. It's a calling. And when something is calling you, the worst thing you can do is hang up out of fear. Let me tell you, some people are never gonna understand your dream. And that's fine, because it wasn't given to them. It was given to you. It's your job to honor it, to give it voice, to give it feet, to speak it into existence before there's evidence. You dream loud by the way you walk, by the way you speak over your life, by the way you make decisions that align with a future version of yourself the world ain't met yet. That's not arrogance. That's alignment. That's being brave enough to believe in what hasn't shown up yet. And I know people will try to talk you down. They'll say it's impossible. They'll say you're crazy. But crazy is just another word for early. 'Cause all the folks they once laughed at for dreaming too big, they build the things the rest of us now can't live without. So speak your vision, live your purpose out loud, walk like it's already real, even if the bank account says otherwise. Now listen, you've got something in you that this world needs. Not something average, not something ordinary, something divine, but it ain't enough just to have it. You've got to move with it, live it, speak it, fight for it when nobody's clapping, and protect it when fear comes knocking. Because dreaming big, it's not just about the destination. It's about who you become on the way there. It's about the grit you build, the lives you touch, the legacy you leave, and legacy. That's not built in one moment. It's built in every step, every failure, every act of faith you take when nobody's watching. So tonight, don't just leave here inspired, leave here ignited. Don't tuck that dream back into your pocket. Stand up in it, walk like it's yours, speak like it's coming, and build like the world's already waiting for what you carry. Because the truth is, you don't need permission to dream big. You need courage. You need faith, and most of all, you need to believe that the dream inside you was never a mistake. It was assignment, so get up, go forward, dream big, dream loud, and don't you stop until the dream becomes real. Thank you, God bless. Now go make it happen. Even if the opportunities are few and the support is thin. Because when you dare to dream loud, you give other people permission to do the same. That's impact. That's legacy. That's the kind of noise worth making. So don't just whisper your dream into a pillow. Declare it, build it, own it, let the world know, I'm here, I've got something to say, and I'm not leaving it unsaid.